Hey everybody, welcome back to RPG Dojo, where we're talking about the huge Cyberpunk 2077 news that just dropped. The Edgerunners update is coming out today. It's actually out right now, which includes a ton of new features I think that most people were not expecting, plus hints about future updates, details on Cyberpunk's first new expansion, full expansion release coming next year called Phantom Liberty, the return of Johnny Silverhand, and like I said, just tons and tons of new features that we'll be breaking down in this video, so let's jump right into things. So all of this information is coming from the latest Night City Wire event that took place today. This was supposed to be primarily about the new Edgerunners Cyberpunk TV show that's coming on Netflix starting next week. I think a lot of people were surprised that there was actually a lot of gameplay updates in this event as well. They started off with the game director talking about some of the recent patches and fixes that have been put into Cyberpunk 2077. Of course, they showcased the new Edgerunners TV series on Netflix, which we mentioned, and how this actually integrates with the in-game world in some pretty cool ways. Basically, in-game quests and story tie-in, and new weapons and gear. For example, this new jacket and weapon combination inspired by the show that's available in-game right now. Like I said, new quests. The team actually showed off gameplay from the start of the quest. This is in Santo Domingo, which they showed where to find the quest on the map. Basically, it's right here. And really interesting was how the quest started with this brain dance, showing you clips from the actual show itself, which is pretty insane. Now, I won't show the whole thing here because spoilers, obviously, and it probably would get demonetized too because it's pretty amazingly violent. But yeah, all of that content is playable today for the 1.6 patch. Now, in addition to this, a much requested feature is the new wardrobe, or basically transmog feature that's being added today as well. It's going to let you overwrite slot by slot on your outfit, letting you wear the gear that you want for stats, but then choose how you look based on other gear sets. So this is going to be accessible through your apartment. It looks like there's 6 wardrobe slots currently, so you can have multiple different looks for your characters saved in there that you switch to throughout your gameplay. Now, this led into another really interesting feature that they showcased, which was the clothing preview option, which is available now at clothing vendors. You can see here on Xbox, you can just hit right trigger to see a full preview of your outfit before you actually buy it, which is a pretty nice feature as well. More customization is going to be available now through Ripperdocs also. It's not just cyberware anymore, but you can now update your face and your body features as if you were, creating a brand new character. You get all of the character creation and customization options now at any time through using a Ripperdoc. They actually added new customization options as well, including about a dozen new hairstyles, both for male and female characters. So lots of different customization. You can try it to make your V exactly the way you want. Photo mode had some additions as well, including Nimbles the cat being able to add to your photos, which is a nice touch, I would say. And then new playable mini games, specifically Roach Race, which we've seen before in the in-game arcade cabinets. That's now completely playable. You can approach the arcade, jump into the game. This also ties in with a free-to-play mobile game for iOS and Android. You can play the same thing on the go, basically. They mentioned that when you're playing it in Cyberpunk, it's completely single player. You're only competing really against yourself for the scores, but then the mobile game, that is online, so you can compete and compare scores with other players. So I know extra mini games, it doesn't seem like a huge, update for the game, but I am a big fan of this personally. It does make the world feel a little bit more immersive when you're walking around in one of the arcades, for example. You can just walk up to a game and start playing it. They did say that if you like this feature, to let them know, because they could potentially add more mini games like this into Cyberpunk, which I think would be a nice addition, honestly. That is not all, actually. They did show off the new cross progression or cloud save. It's going to be for your auto-saved, quick saves, and manual saves, basically allowing you to move your gameplay from one platform to another pretty much seamlessly. So if you have like an Xbox in your living room, PC in the bedroom, you can completely just log off one system, log back onto the other system, play your same save game, which is pretty awesome. 6 new guns apparently are added to the game as well, including this insane looking explosive sniper rifle, a new fully automatic shotgun, as well as 5 new melee weapons, including this chainsaw sword hybrid kind of melee weapon. I'm definitely going to be picking that up as well. They did also mention a performance mode for Xbox Series S. So yes, overall, a lot of really positive changes and additions to Cyberpunk 2077 in the 1.6 patch, which again is out today if you want to check it out. Earlier on in the stream, they did talk as well about some future changes, not in patch 1.6, but coming sometime unspecified in the future that people have been looking for, and that is specifically an overhaul to the police system and vehicle-to-vehicle combat. So they didn't give any more specifics other than, this is something new that they're working on adding. They know that this is what players have been looking for, and they'll be trying to add it to the game in the future. They also mentioned better forms of melee combat, as well as new and improved cyberware options, so I'm looking forward to that as well. Then, of course, they dropped the teaser for the new expansion called Phantom Liberty. Johnny Silverhand is apparently making a return, and it's going to be releasing sometime in 2023. Other than that, we don't know much about this, other than we know Johnny's coming back. It's also mentioned in the YouTube description for the teaser that this is going to be set in an all-new district of Night City. From what we can see, it seems to be very, political focused, maybe a little bit of espionage. So can't wait to hear more about that. But obviously, a lot of changes, a lot of good content to look forward to. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Are you going to be jumping back into Cyberpunk 2077 to check out patch 1.6? What do you think about the future additions that they mentioned? Let us know what you think. And of course, thanks again for watching, and we will see you around in the next video.